Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel, and today we're going to be going into a new organizer from Ernst. So if you guys follow the channel, you guys know that Ernst is probably one of my favorite organizers. I've had some of their organizers upwards of 7 years, 2016 time frame I would say, and I have absolutely enjoyed their organizers. I have their socket boss, I've had their wrench organizers, screwdriver organizers, plier organizers, a lot of their organizers, and have been very happy with them. One of my recent purchases, which was probably within 2 years, was their Bit Boss organizer, and this thing has been fantastic because before I had a bunch of those DeWalt and Milwaukee little plastic containers that, you know, are bifolds that open up, and I just had them kind of spread out throughout my drawer, and that's how I kept my bits organized. Well, then I picked this thing up, which runs like, I don't know, like $17 to $20 if you get it on sale. It's $17. It's normally like $20 or $21. This thing's fantastic. It's got the tray like the Socket Boss, and I'll post a picture up of my Socket Bosses, which are fantastic organizers. I like Ernst because when it comes to their Bit Boss and their Socket Boss, they're all like fully customizable. You can fit on as many as you possibly can until you're out of room. The tray is nice because it sits in the drawer, and to get, say you want to grab a rail of sockets, you just simply press the button and you slide the tray over and one of the rails will come out, and then you just simply put it in here and slide it over and it locks it in, which is fantastic. So their Bit Boss and their Socket Boss holds the tools very well and keeps everything nice and organized. So this has been one of my favorite organizers, along with the Socket Boss. Got a few new items from Ernst, and these are products just released. I want to say they showed them at SEMA, and I was able to find them on Amazon like a week or so ago. Now I can't find them. As soon as I do find them again, I'll post them down in the description underneath the Tools and Tools Continued link. But right now, they are available other places as well. You can get them directly from Ernst, or like I found them on Summit, which just special order some. But they have a few new releases, 6 new releases, and these are going to be fantastic for my work van, or even if you don't work mobily, like if you have a tool cart or a toolbox, instead of keeping it in the drawer, maybe you work with bits a lot, you can toss these things wherever you want on your toolbox, on a car if you're smart about it and you don't scratch the paint or anything like that. But they're new bit organizers, and it uses the standard rail that you would find in the Bit Boss like I just showed you, but they've incorporated magnets into the back. So not only, if you wanted to, you could toss this in a tray of an existing Ernst organizer or buy them individually. You can toss them in there like that, or these magnets allow you to literally just put this on any magnetic surface, which is fantastic for my work van. I use a lot of bits removing tail lights, tailgate trim pieces, internal trim pieces on hatches and doors and things like that. So I'm constantly using bits, whether that be on plastic trim pieces around the engine, but anywhere on the vehicle, I use a lot of bits. And right now I just have a couple different cases of bits, you know, one like this, and then another one that I'll show you here in just a minute. But right now they're just kind of sitting in my van on this portion where I keep some of my tools, and that could be space that's used for other tools, where these, when I'm not using them, are just kind of in the way in those organizers. So if I can put all the bits into these organizers and just slap them on the back door or on the side of the panel van, it's going to save me space, plus they're super easy to just grab and go. So I think these are a fantastic addition to the Ernst lineup. It uses the same type of organizer as the Bit Boss, as you can see here. You have vertical organizers and horizontal, so your longer ones, if you want to keep it in a shallow drawer, can be laid down, or if you have more space, you know, you can take these and you can put them vertically as well, but obviously it's not going to fit in a shallow drawer that way. So that's why I really like this and how versatile it is. It also comes in sections. There you can see it's split, so you can organize this however you want. You can put verticals next to horizontals or anything like that. But this one specifically is the 13-inch organizer, and it comes with 2 of the vertical organizers and 1 of the horizontal organizers. So this one holds a total of 54 bits. Each one holds 24 for the vertical, so 48 here, and then an additional 6 for the horizontal. And this one comes in the high vis, and then they have 18-inch versions as well, so you get a little bit more. This specific setup here is the 18-inch one and holds a total of 60, so you have 48 of the vertical and then 12 of the horizontal. And then with these, you can get them in high vis or red rails with the black, like so. This one is, once again, these are both 18-inch versions. This one is all vertical, so you have all vertical bits here, or you can get it with the 2 horizontal, or you can get it with 1 horizontal and 3 vertical. I'll post up a picture of the 6 different options that they have here, just so you guys can get a little bit better idea. I just have a variety of different ones here, in both standard black and red, and then the black and high vis. So they have 3 different ones for the 18-inch rails, and then 2 different options for the 13-inch rails, and then probably my favorite one is the Bit Buddy, and this is an 8-inch magnetic mount. And all of these rails are the same, so they can be used with the trays, so they're all interchangeable, which is nice. Or if you just kind of wanted to set them in a drawer, obviously they work that way as well. The Bit Buddy only comes in one option though. You get one of the vertical organizer and one of the horizontal organizer, and I just like how small and compact it is. Plus this is probably the one that I'll put all of my primary bits on, just because it's going to be something that I use the most. So I'm going to go ahead and load these up with the bits that I have. I'll show you. I have this set from Milwaukee, and then my main bit set is actually this Cobalt set, and this one has 100 pieces. We lost one. One's gone forever. Not finding that one again. But I'm going to go ahead and take all of these bits, and we're going to organize them on these rails, and then we'll get them slapped in the van, and I'm going to drive around for a day with the bits in these, with them mounted on the side of my van, to see how they hold up, see if they fall, anything like that. But I really enjoy these. And the other plus is all of the Ernst organizers are made in the USA, and they're all very reasonably priced. These ones range, I want to say, from $12 to $21, just depending on which one you go with and where you purchase it. But they're priced very well, and one of my favorite organizers. So let's go ahead and load these up and see what they look like. Here you can see the Bit Boss up here, which is fantastic, especially if you're going to keep it in like a drawer. So like, that's where I keep mine, in my drawer. And this is a very shallow drawer. No issues whatsoever. As you can see, they hold really well. Pretty dang strong magnets, especially even for the 18-inch. And here you can see nothing's coming off. I have them all set up a little bit differently. This isn't like my primary bits, so I put all of my most commonly used ones on the Bit Buddy, which is going to be Torx and Phillips. That's what I use primarily, and then I also have a socket adapter on here as well. And as you can see, nothing's falling off. They hold very well. It's a tapered fit inside of there, and I like how the small one even has 2 magnets. And you can put them, you know, basically anywhere. So it's really handy. I'm going to go ahead and get these put up in the van. And they do have a little bit of pull through this mat as well. And as you can tell, it's a pretty decent thickness as far as the mat. So to have some pull through there is pretty good. The bigger one's already got some weight to it, so it's really not moving around whatsoever. But I'm going to go ahead and get these put up in the van. This one is actually staying here in the garage. This is kind of my overflow one. This is the one with the bits that I don't ever use. But these 3 here will be going in the work van, and I'll be driving around for a couple days with them. And I already know I'm going to enjoy having them. It's going to be a test of the magnets on here, and I'll let you guys know how it performs, you know, mobily. So,
no, don't mind me. It is ridiculously cold out here. Just got done fixing a car, but basically I've drove about, I'd say 100 miles or so with these here. They haven't moved since I put them there. I just kind of put them in random spots to see how they would hold. Now, if like, obviously this 18-inch one I didn't really have space for over here, I could toss it over here, but I don't, like, I try to keep everything I use commonly over here. So that's why it's kind of right there, but I keep my most common one right here, and it does really well. Now, if you put it like here, it's very secure, but like even here, some spots, like depending on the painted surface, if it's a smooth painted surface, it might move. Like on my Matco toolbox, it'll slide a little bit, like if I attempt to move. This one actually holds really well, but disregard that. Some painted surfaces, like if it's a smooth painted surface, it may slide a little bit, but like even on this surface, it is a smooth surface, but it actually holds really well. So I don't have any issues with these, and if they hold up well in a vehicle traveling down the road, I think they're going to hold up just fine on the lid of a tool cart, or inside of a toolbox, or on the side of a toolbox. I think it's going to be fantastic. You can put these on vehicles. I don't suggest it. The magnets aren't protected, and the last thing you want is some metal shavings on the back of these magnets to scratch a car or anything like that. But other than that, these things have been fantastic, and I'm very surprised with the magnets. Even with just 2 on the 18-inch rail, it holds very well. So now, granted, I do have it sitting on here so it doesn't like go down. Now I'm sure if that wasn't there, it may slide down, because that surface is pretty slick and there's a lot of weight on this bar. But so far I haven't had any issues.
So that's it as far as the Ernst bit organizers, the new magnetic bit bars. I think they're fantastic. Once again, I own a lot of Ernst organizers, and I think they're one of the best ones out there, especially for the price. A lot of USA made products for a really good price, and I've had very good experiences with all of them that I've used. The wrench, screwdriver, pliers, sockets, bits, they've all been really good. And so far, sorry, I'm all plugged up. I've been working out in the cold all week. But so far I haven't had one fall, so I think it's great for mobile, and it's going to be great wherever you want to stick it on your toolbox. It works very well on the Husky box. It's kind of got that textured paint to it, and it works well on my Matco box as well, but depending on the painted surface, they can slide easier. They're not just going to randomly slide on their own, but overall, I think it's a good organizer, especially for the price. So if you guys are interested, I'll have them linked down in the description underneath the tools and tools continued link if you guys are interested. Otherwise, you can find it on Summit as well. And then once again, they range anywhere from like $12 to $20, so very affordable for a good quality product. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, please feel free to drop a comment down below. If you guys haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.